Now, Madam Speaker, just one more. I have a special relationship with the Minister of Local Government, Honourable Desmond McKenzie, a man with a heart for and loyalty to the people. Through this relationship, I've come into knowledge of and observed for myself a special group who have been wronged for far too long. And this government will respond to their cry for justice. I am speaking about workers at the National Solid Waste Management Agency. Madam Speaker, workers at the NSWMA are literally working permanently whilst on short-term contract. Madam Speaker, sanitation workers, you see them in the rain? Yes. You see them on the truck back? Yes. You see them in the sun, Madam Speaker, taking up stuff and throwing it into the truck? Yes. Them jump off, Madam Speaker, then take up the rubbish and move on to the next gate. You see the passion that they put into their job, Madam Speaker. All when COVID a bite and everybody at turn of your yard, you look through your window and there is a sanitation worker, Madam Speaker, putting stuff into the back of the truck. These are unsung heroes of our country, Madam Speaker, and the country owes them a debt of gratitude. Yes. Madam Speaker, we have a duty to give them justice. We have just under 2,000 workers. That includes sidemen, drivers, side women, landfill workers, sweepers, mechanics. Yeah? All what them call the enforcement officers. And the other sanitation workers. You know, the enforcement officers dress up and then fine you, Madam Speaker. One of the innovations, Madam Speaker, Audley Gordon deserves a lot of credit for the reforms he has brought. For years, they've had this contracted employment. Contract end, they break. They go back home, they wait for a call. The call take long to come. Madam Speaker, they get frustrated. They can't plan. Madam Speaker, it was the wise Jamaican philosopher Dennis Brown in his song, Equal Rights, who said, and I won't test my singing voice today. Because he said, because every man has an equal right to live and be free, no matter what the color or class or race he may be. Remember how we are all flesh and blood. Lift up your brother. Do not push him in the mud. Madam Speaker, no financial institution takes sanitation workers seriously. They can't sustain any savings. As you put out little money, so your contract end, you use it, you broke. And then them call you back at work. And as you quint your eye, the contract done again. And the cycle go round and round, year after year, decade after decade. But we tell you something, Madam Speaker, the cycle done now. None of us here, Madam Speaker, would ever want to live like this, Madam Speaker. This has gone on for years and decades. Lots of talk and empty promises. Lots of hopes dashed. It's not right. Not right. As a country, we cannot leave this important category of worker behind. It's time to stop chatting and do something. It's time to right the wrong. Speaker, today I'm announcing a major shift in how we treat this important category of the public sector workforce. Madam Speaker, in fiscal year 2023-24, we will make sanitation workers at the National Solid Waste Management Agency who have completed the necessary probationary periods into permanent employees. Full stop. That is what you call authenticity, Madam Speaker. Authenticity. Madam Speaker, I want to be identified as the Finance Minister under the government of Andrew Holness. And this government wants to be recognized.